Dr. Ren, thank you very much for joining me at this moment. I understand that you have listened to President Xi's speech at the Davos Forum. What was your most outstanding impression of his speech? What struck you?
Well, his speech is very open and attractive, not only to the Chinese people but to the world. I heard like two concepts. First one, our attitude of globalization and China's attitude and China's effort that will contribute to the world growth, economic growth. These are the two basic issues.
Mm-hmm. Now let's maybe revisit what he has said. For instance, he gave a very interesting description of the kind of leadership that the world is expecting to see at the very beginning of his speech, and that was well received. Let's take a listen to this soundbite.
At the right pace. We should strike a balance between efficiency and equity to ensure that different countries, different social strata, and different groups of people all share in the benefits of economic globalization. This is a responsibility that leaders of our times must take on. And the people around the world expect nothing less from us.
What do you think of this message, of this concept of responsible leadership that people are expecting from not just the leader of China, but leaders from around the world?
Yes, it's really a good question, because responsible leaders is a concept that we have discussed ever since last year. We heard from G20 Hangzhou Summit, we heard from BRICS in India. Also this year, we have many expectations to participate in global governance. And this means for China, for the other great powers in the world, need to take more responsibility, need to supply the world with some public good to deal with the global issues, especially the economic growth issues that we are being hunted with. So I would say we have like experienced a lot and heard a lot of the other messages, such as the developed world. They prefer like the short-term stimulation method to fight against the economic growth problem. But it turns out that this method cannot function at this moment. So ever since last year, we heard from G20 Summit Hangzhou, and the Chinese method, the Chinese approach is that we want some like we give more public goods, and we will propose OBOR, One Belt, One Road. Moreover, we will do some structural reform, and we would like rely more on trade and investment.
What do you mean specifically by these public goods? And when you talk about One Belt, One Road, how is that going to bring benefits to people from around the world, not just people in China? I think that was a central idea that President Xi was giving out, that China's concept of development and China's vision for the future is not one country benefiting from economic growth, but everybody benefiting these growths. So how can Chinese growth benefit countries, let's say in developed countries and in other developing countries?
Yes, when you mention about public goods, it's not only about Chinese wisdom, the Chinese idea, how should we deal with the global troubles, global issues, and to fight against the global challenges. It also means something real, something like practical.
For instance?
Yeah, for instance, OBOR, One Belt, One Road. When I visited like Kazakhstan last year, I participated in a global forum talk about One Belt, One Road. And they asked me the same question: what is exactly the public good that OBOR could supply? And I answered them that OBOR is not only a concept, it means that we could give more like FDI, like foreign direct
investment.
Exactly. Not only give capital, but also we could share our experience, such as SEZ, Special Economic Zone. We could like move a part of the global value chain to the local country, and we could like use the more advanced machinery equipment, use the more advanced experience to set up the real industry at the local country, so that this creates not only job opportunity there, but also help them to build their own industry.
Well, we understand that the One Belt, One Road cover certain parts of the world, certain countries. How about the countries that are not directly on this route or on this belt? And how about the people, for instance, in the United States, in North America? How will their life be affected by this, positively by this public good?
Yeah, I heard from President Xi Jinping's speech that China will open its door to the world. This is also what the OBOR approach will do. It will open to the world. Also, like AIIB also opens to the whole world as well. And moreover, when we talk about those countries which are not along the Belt and Road, they might be developing countries. They might also be the United States,
of course,
the developed countries, also Europe as well. So what could they do? They not only have like capital, they also experienced in like how to manage the company. They are more experienced in like some high technology, and in this field we could help. We could collaborate, and moreover, not only with the United States, we could also collaborate. For example, in Africa, we set business there together, and China share its experience, and the United States could also share its experience as well.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ren Lin from the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences. We have been talking about President Xi's speech, his first ever appearance at the annual meeting of the World Economic Forum.